And we're back here at the 56th Ladies Invitational at Suburban Lanes in Bucyrus. And we are about to hear the results of Game 2 of the tournament, opening round of the tournament. I remind you that we're brought to you in part by Mark Osborne at E-Crane International in Gallia, Dave and Judy Hedrick at D-Dry Basement Waterproofing, Isaac King and Dylan Watt at Advanced Fiber Technology, and Martin Bernhardt at Mike's Roofing. We have back with us Bill Hansen. Bill, you got the results of Game 2.
Sure do, Dan. On lanes 1 and 2, Michelle Stahl had a 158 in her second game for a 204 second game handicap. That gives Michelle a 340 stretch with a 432 handicap score after 2 games. Deb Mason had a 158 for a 223 handicap score, which gives Deb a 279 with a 409 handicap score. So right now Michelle's leading it with the handicap scores. On lanes 3 and 4, Shelley Yancey had a 138 for a 196 handicap, which gives Shelley a 342 and a 458 handicap score. And Emily Groves had a 149 for a 194 handicap, which gives Emily 349 with a 439 handicap score. So Shelley Yancey is up on her right now by about 20 pins, 19 pins. On lanes 5 and 6, Cynthia Hester had a 138 for a 207, which gives Cynthia a 266 scratch and a 404 handicap score. And Robin Pangello had a 142 at second game for a 187. Gives Robin a 356 scratch with a 446 handicap score. So Robin's up a little bit, 40 pins on her. On lanes 7 and 8, Amy Brewer had a 126 for a 197, which gives Amy a 261 and a 403 handicap score. Patricia Horsley had a 182 for a 216. That gives Patricia a 428 with a 496 handicap score. So Patricia's up on Amy. On lanes 9 and 10, Deb Higginbotham had a 146 for a 216 handicap. And Deb's 307 for 2. And with the handicap, that's 447. Charlie Britt had a 165 for a 233 game on handicap, which gives her a 279 after 2 and a 415. So
and that's the closest matchup with handicaps, for the handicaps.
Yes. And
only 2 pins.
So Deb is up on Charlie about 32 pins. On lanes 11 and 12, Tricia Brigner had a 145 with a 199 handicap score, which gives her a 305 and a 413 handicap score after 2. Tasha Ridgway had a 173 for a 211. That gives Tasha a 354 with a 430 handicap score. So, 27 pins there. Close game again. On lanes 13 and 14, Shelby Gable had a 164 for a 207. Gives Shelby a 347 scratch with a 433 handicap score. Against Lisa Penwell, she had 167 with a 225 handicap score. That gives Lisa a 379 scratch and a 495 handicap score. So Lisa's up on Shelby about 60 pins, close to it. And on lanes 15 and 16, Char Oxler had 128 for a 193, again with a 295 scratch and 425 handicap score. Against Morgan Swavels, 164 and a 209 handicap, which gives Morgan 294 and a 384 handicap score. So Char is up on Morgan right now, about 40 pins. So
and they're almost identical scratch, but the difference is the handicap.
So they're about halfway through the third game right now. Some are finishing up the third game, and so we'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. Thanks, Bill, and we'll be back. We want to remind you, without our sponsors, we won't be here today. So we appreciate their support, and in part, we are brought to you by Jason and Justin McMullen at Crossroads Candles in Cooper's Mill. Jose Mata at Pepe's Mexican Grill, Marion Road in Bucyrus. Kingston residents in Marion. And Dwayne Watts at the Watts House of Insurance. And we'll be back with Bill with the results of Game 3.